Hi everyone, it's Shotzi for the Rough Cuts. Today I'm going to be talking about a documentary that had its world premiere at South by Southwest, and that is Rewind This. This was a really fun documentary. Josh Johnson, who directed this, walks us through pretty much the history of the VHS tape and how it was really a game changer and how people were able to see movies because you no longer had to go to the movie theater. With the advent of the VHS tape, you were able to watch almost everything that you wanted to see at home. And the power of distribution was no longer in the hands of the studios, but it started to belong to the individual. So this delves into all different kinds of aspects of VHS, from collection to distribution, even the cover art of the VHS tapes. He provides us with interviews from fans, collectors, industry professionals from all over the US as well as from in Japan. And you get to see an intimate look on how these individuals view the VHS tape and how it's affected their lives, and also how they see VHS affected the film industry in general. This was a lot of fun seeing the opinions of filmmakers and how they felt about the VHS tape and how it was able to affect them, because they no longer had to worry about whether or not their film would be seen, because some films, such as Basket Case, that mostly were just played in drive-in theaters and then just kind of lost, suddenly were available to a wide range and became blockbusters through the home video market. And it really was an industry game changer because this changed how films could be seen and how a lot of the power was given to the individual. Now, this documentary is divided into different subsections, such as collection, point of view from directors, battles between VHS and Beta, how the porn industry impacted VHS, and also some of the minor differences between VHS media and digital media. Some aspects that I really enjoy about this were the cover art, because not a lot of people talk about cover art overall. Just in general, people that I know, we talk about cover art a lot, but in general, a lot of people don't really talk about cover art, and it almost seems kind of like just a dying form on a lot of Blu-rays and DVDs that you see. But I know that personally, I have purchased VHS tapes, also various music tapes, solely because it had really cool cover art. You know, especially on some like old LPs. I mean, some of the cover art was just phenomenal. And you don't really find it that much anymore. I mean, a lot of times, like way back when, the cover art would have absolutely nothing to do with the movie. But it just looked so cool, you know, you had to get it. You know, I mean, the movie could have been absolute crap, but hey, it looked good. And you were happy because it looked good, so you displayed it. And another aspect that they talk about in the documentary is that you can see just the history of fans of a certain movie when you would rent a tape, or you would lend it to someone, or you would borrow one from someone, because you would have the lines that were frequently watched. You would have those lines going through, and that's something, it bothered me when I was little, but I also really enjoyed it. Because first, it was kind of like a marker. You knew when to stop if you were fast forwarding something. But, and they talk about this in the documentary, you can see what the favorite parts were of people who had watched it before you, and you don't have that in digital media. Sort of like when I watch a movie on cable, even though I have it on tape or on DVD, like people would ask me, what's so special about watching it when it's on cable? And I say, well, it's because other people are watching it at the same time. Even though I don't know these people, it's nice to know that there are others who are sharing that experience. And you get the same feeling with VHS when you see those lines, because it could be at one of your favorite parts. And that's when you realize this was someone else's favorite part too. And you're sharing that moment with a stranger, and there's something really, really special about that. It's hard to explain, but it's a warm feeling knowing that there's someone else out there who loved that just as much as you did, and you can actually see that. So this is a nice look into VHS culture, and it is a culture. It might be a dying one, but it's a nice kind of slow death with little gradual rises here and there, because more and more people are starting to really get into VHS. But it makes finding them a little more difficult. Like Podunk Town where I live, it's everywhere. I can find VHS LPs, 8 tracks. They're everywhere. But when you get into bigger cities, it's pretty slim pickings. But it's nice to know that there are so many outlets where you can find it. So definitely check out this documentary, VHS. I will put a link up here for when distribution is available. Maybe they might have a special version of this on VHS. Who knows? Keep our fingers crossed. But I will put up distribution information as soon as it becomes available. So, VHS, Josh Johnson. Definitely worth a look. I will see you all next time. Until then, goodbye.